Well, it says we're live, so starting. It says it's starting. Let's try this out. Oh, okay. Should we?
Oh, there you go.
All right then. So we've been live. It shows that it's a little delayed for some reason, but yeah. Welcome to episode 2. Episode 2 should have been last week, but there was just a lot of things going on with the computers and whatnot. So we ended up just saving it till today because one thing that we are going to talk about, well, the number one thing that we're going to talk about today is going to be the WWE shakeup. That just happened right now, and it was pretty good. Like I actually enjoyed watching some people from SmackDown come to Raw because it is definitely going to change the storylines as well as the matches. Hopefully they become better and Raw becomes more watchable for the 3 hours. But if you want to take it away, Alex, with the first couple of people that actually got made their appearance to Raw.
Yes, the opening of today WWE Raw. It was Miz and Maurice again doing the same thing with the whole Cena and Nikki thing.
Parody.
Yeah, the parody, just making fun of them. But it's nice to see that they are finally out of SmackDown. That way, he's not always yesing.
He did
Um,
have this shirt on though, so John
okay,
Cena.
but anyways, the Miz and Maurice were there, and then after that, Ambrose came out. So, I mean, with that whole thing going on, I feel like there might be a Ambrose and Miz rivalry again, which I hope that there's not because we already had that on SmackDown.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hope not. Only because we don't want to see people from SmackDown fight each other when we could have seen that on SmackDown, and we already saw it on SmackDown as well. So I mean,
Exactly.
it's better to one final bout kind of thing happening at the beginning of the show, and then after that, them going up against other people from Raw. So that way, new stories can actually end up lining up there.
Exactly. But one thing I am going to say is that I'm surprised that they do have Ambrose in on Raw.
Because he's the Intercontinental Champion, right?
Exactly. I
Exactly.
actually didn't think they were gonna pick any champions or anything like that. I thought they were gonna just pick just random people and then just move them over. Like,
Well, exactly with the just the champion itself, I don't think that the champion itself should have moved to Raw only because I mean, then after that, the United States champion is going to be still on Raw and they're going to have more titles.
exactly.
So
So that can mean that possibly the United States champion is gonna go on SmackDown.
I mean,
But how would that change the rivalry between Y2J and Kevin Owens?
unless they both move.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean, it's something to think about. With Ambrose being there, there's a possibility of the Shield again.
Yes.
We got Seth Rollins there. We got Reigns and so now Ambrose. But tomorrow is the shakeup for SmackDown. So
So I
who
mean,
knows?
technically, it's a shakeup for Raw going to SmackDown.
There you go.
Today was a shakeup, let's say, for SmackDown going to Raw. So I mean, um, when they say that Raw is going to be showing up the shakeup, that means that people from SmackDown are moving to Raw, which happened today. And then tomorrow, it's going to be Raw people going to SmackDown. Um, I mean, the one person I was definitely not happy to see was Kurt Hawkins. I have
That's
no
true.
idea what he was even there for. I mean, come on, like you should stay on SmackDown. Sammy's like, for example, all right, Sami Zayn doesn't even get used on Raw as well as he should be because he was an NXT champion back in NXT. You
Yeah,
know,
but I mean, apparently Kurt Hawkins is a star, so apparently he's supposed to be good. That's why I'm assuming that's why they promote him a lot during the time before he even entered the WWE.
they did the same thing with Maurice. They did the same thing with Eva Marie, and look at that. Look at what got her.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, I guess we're gonna see how they're gonna put him because as the storylines develop now after the shakeup, we're gonna actually see what's gonna be going on Raw.
Well, I mean, I'm not really thrilled about seeing him on Raw. So I mean, I never really liked Raw in the first place, so I
I
don't know.
mean, apart from Kurt Hawkins, another person that was interviewed before Raw starting
He
was
was like one of the first ones,
yeah,
right?
he was
I
like the
believe
first
so.
one to be named as SmackDown to Raw shakeup person. It was Apollo Crews. I actually love the fact that they took Apollo Crews out of SmackDown since he wasn't doing anything there.
Well, the only storylines that he was actually doing was with Ziggler and Kalisto.
Exactly.
And the thing is that they were good matches, but I just don't think that I think that they would get boring after a
Yeah.
while. You know, like just seeing them go, all three of them go against each other, or like seeing two on one handicap match. Like it gets boring after a while. Just like you see, I don't know, the main roster, which is like the big guys going up against each other, just three times, four times, five times. Like even go
Like Sasha and Charlotte, how kept
exactly.
on going the
Exactly.
champion
Like
back and forth, back and
I'm
forth.
pretty sure people got bored of seeing Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean, especially after the 1 minute matches. I mean,
yeah,
can't you don't really want to see it because you already know what's gonna happen. Like
exactly.
that's it. But Apollo Cruz's former partner Kalisto also did get um placed in Raw.
Oh, that's pretty
So
good.
with Apollo Cruz, I mean Kalisto's there, so maybe we might see a tag team there. Might I don't know.
I hope
Again, I mean
I
they were tag teams before.
exactly, but I really hope not. Only because since they're moving to Raw, it's a bigger roster there than SmackDown. So
Mm.
I'm hoping that they can actually branch out from their SmackDown roots and actually be able to, be their own person. Whether it's going for the Kalisto, going for if he can, going for the cruiserweight championship
Yep.
belt, or even Apollo Crews going for like the United States championship belt. Like
I feel like
any of those.
It's about time for Apollo Cruz to get a belt. And then for
He
Kalisto, I
looks
mean,
like the mini Bobby Lashley. What do you?
yeah. I
Which is pretty
mean,
funny, but I mean, if he's not,
to be
I
honest,
don't
I think
think.
both Kalisto and Apollo Cruz, I mean, if they actually tone down their weight to the 205 or whatever the requirement is,
Mhm.
um, they would actually be good cruiserweights. Apollo Cruz himself, I mean, he has a lot of moves that he does. He's a good wrestler. It's just they don't use him correctly in the storyline. Kalisto, same thing. They just stopped using both of them, and they were just kind of fillers in SmackDown.
Yeah, well, I
And
don't think they're going to be an actual tag team on Raw, but I mean, hopefully, the actual tag team that's coming from SmackDown to Raw, my favorite,
oh, that's true.
it's Heath Slater and Rhino,
He
because
got kids, guys. He got
he
kids.
got kids. He's trying to buy a double wide. Hopefully, he already bought it. But
Yep.
yeah, those two, I am so happy that they're going to be going back. They're going to be going to Raw because they're entertaining. I love
Hmm.
their little skit they had back when they became the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and just seeing them on Raw, hopefully it can bring them a little bit more up because they kind of started, going a little bit down on SmackDown towards the end,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I definitely saw that because they stopped putting them in as like the main cards.
Yeah,
They were
exactly.
like the lower ones, the fillers in a way. But I mean, in all, they are a great tag team together. The crowd loves them. Heath Slater, he's a character. You can't really fake what he does.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like he does it naturally. And you got Rhino, who's not a talker, which is why they make a good tag team. You got Slater, that's a talker, and Rhino, that's just the quiet guy. So I don't. But the thing is that I don't really see them as tag team Raw tag team champs yet.
Uh-huh.
I do see them going up against like maybe like Gallows and Anderson, Enzo and Cass. But as far as tag team champs, like at that level, I think they're gonna start up from the bottom up and then work their
Well,
way
you
up.
you never know only because we haven't seen the shakeup tomorrow. We need to see
That's
it
true.
tomorrow,
That's true.
The SmackDown shakeup is the thing that's going to be something to look forward to even more than today, only because Raw
Everybody's gonna be finalized.
exactly. And the thing is that Raw did have a lot of top guys. They just never knew how to use them
Mm-hmm.
on SmackDown. Like, just like how SmackDown does. So I mean, hopefully the guys that don't get used up on Raw as well as they should be get put on SmackDown,
Yeah.
One thing I am happy about for sure, and I'm pretty sure you are, Hey Junior, or Jesse. I'm sorry, Jesse Junior. That's what it says. But one guy I am happy, and I know that you are too, is AJ Styles.
Yes.
AJ Styles is the main guy, and he has definitely brought up SmackDown the way it should be. And um, I think that AJ Styles not being a part of Raw is just a good idea
Yep.
for WWE to do.
I mean, he told Shane McMahon, last week. He said, "I'm staying here," and I mean, he did bring it up. He
Yep.
brought it up a lot. He's a champ that runs the camp. You gotta understand that. But just with him himself, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it would have been nice to see the Bullet Club come back. We got Finn Balor, the Gallows, and Anderson.
But you know who might come back?
Who?
I mean, right now, we're just getting things started, but maybe, just maybe, we still have to, check tomorrow on SmackDown to see everything finalized. But the Shield might come back.
Yep.
The only reason why it's one of the best things that actually can happen once again is because from what I'm seeing right now is that Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, they act to, like a team. So, I mean, who's going to be, from what I heard, is that Triple H is probably going to try to make a Evolution crew.
Oh, again?
Yes, because you know how he always likes to
Yeah.
make factions like that in WWE.
He likes to make his groups.
Exactly. So just to see the Shield come back and just decimate Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe and whoever else it may be,
Well,
which in reality I thought at one point would be Finn Balor.
Like as the leader kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought at one point it could have been him, but I mean, I think he's on his own thing right now. Who did I mean? He's just starting out since he got hurt.
He just got back.
Yeah.
And I mean, he is starting out. I don't think they're gonna place him in the main cards yet. I think
Just
he's
testing the waters.
He's still testing the water. Yeah. I did want to mention that one person that did show up today. That I did notice. It was a little creepy. I really don't know who this guy is because I don't want to watch NXT too much. But
he was a Jeff Jarrett looking character, that's for sure.
Exactly, and I guess they call him the Drifter.
He looked like a homeless man.
He's just carrying like a
homeless man.
Yeah, like just carrying something. It was really weird. But they only showed him in a short little clip. So I just want to. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what his role in WWE is going to be.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know who he is either. Hopefully he is somebody to look forward to watching on Raw, especially because he didn't even start out on SmackDown,
Yeah.
And for him to be on Raw like that, hopefully he doesn't become another Kurt Hawkins.
Well, if he's the Jeff Jarrett of NXT or was the Jeff Jarrett of NXT, then I would assume that he's that good because Jeff Jarrett, I mean, back in the day, he was good.
The only thing that I really really want to see is him actually hit someone with that guitar, because if he does not, then it's not going to be entertaining at all.
I mean,
what's the whole point?
Jeff Jarrett made it entertaining like that. That's true.
What's the whole point of carrying a guitar if you're not going to use it? He's acting like, is he going to play it? Is he going to use it? I mean, what's he going to do with it? If he plays it, then maybe my respect might actually get at not too much on him.
But for the Drifter, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the future for him. As of right now, he just showed up. It was like a cameo kind of thing.
He didn't even have a match. So
next person I want to talk about is let's get the women's division in here. We had a big surprise today. Former SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. She made her way out to the ring when Sasha and Bayley were talking about potentially having a match together for the women's champion. Now, when that whole confrontation was going on, it looked like Sasha was about to turn heel, and then after that, out of nowhere, Alexa Bliss comes out. So, I mean...
Trust me, once I heard that music, I was like, what's going on? What? Is she really coming out?
But it was about time, though. It was about time that they switched it up. She's been on SmackDown. She did her part in the women's division on SmackDown.
She did prove her point, that's for sure.
She did. So I think it was about time for her to, get a new challenge. And I feel like Raw is going to give her that challenge of, I mean, you got Sasha Banks, you got Bayley, you got Charlotte, Nia Jax. Nia
Well, the
Jax
one thing,
she's a big girl, man.
yeah, but the one thing I am happy is Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch to me is one of the top wrestlers for the women's division in general,
Hmm.
WWE and SmackDown. And she was the first SmackDown Women's Champion. That to me, I don't know. I think she's an awesome wrestler for SmackDown, and the fact that they didn't move her to Raw, then obviously they want SmackDown to be as good as it is right now. They don't want to screw things up by moving the wrong people to Raw and the wrong people to SmackDown.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that's true.
yeah. So I mean, in reality, I think that hopefully they're making the perfect moves in doing the shakeup, only because you know if you get the wrong stories and then the wrong, people fighting or wrestling, and there's no chemistry in the ring, then people aren't gonna like it.
Yeah.
People are not gonna like to see, certain wrestlers. I can't really think of any examples, but they don't want to see any certain wrestlers and then them screw up, in the ring, or them fall, stuff like that. Just mess up a lot because it's live. You don't want to be doing that.
That's very true. Um, I mean, given the fact that we were just talking about Alexa Bliss, I'm gonna move over to the other person from the women's division
Can I say
from
it? Can I say
SmackDown
it? Can I say
that
it?
was just switched over. Go ahead, say it.
It was Mickey James.
That was a surprise,
Yep.
actually. I thought she was gonna
Yep.
stay. I thought we were gonna have somebody else like Carmella, maybe. I feel like Carmella, even though she's on the low cards on the women's division in SmackDown, I feel like she does have potential. She has that aggression that the women's division needs, and
I guess she's not done with the guy with the man with two hands, which is Ellsworth.
no,
But
but then again, I mean, it would have made sense too since Enzo and Cass are on Raw.
yeah,
You know,
but
so I mean, they were like a trio kind of thing. Was Enzo, Cass, and Carmella, and something like that. I mean, and also given the fact that Carmella is married to Cass, I would
the
have
thing is
I would
that
have assumed that they would have put
maybe
them together.
maybe Vince McMahon just doesn't want to see that happen. They don't want to see them together because there's already a lot of couples in the WWE that's getting shown. Like
Miz and Maurice, you got
Yeah, Miz and Maurice. You got John.
Nikki,
Yeah,
and
Nikki and John
mhm.
Cena. We did see briefly. I don't know if it was when they first started, but they did, or they just mentioned it. Was Naomi and one of the Uso brothers.
Yes,
They were together as well. And it's like Big Cass and Carmella. They did come from NXT, so I mean, I think they got to pick and choose where they got to go. And since they wanted to make it to the main roster, that's probably why they were just like, put me wherever.
yeah, but I mean, in the women's division, we got Alexa Bliss and Mickey James. They're now part of the women's Raw division.
Yep.
Now, the only thing we're going to be waiting for is tomorrow, which is the SmackDown shakeup, where Raw people are going to be going to SmackDown. So in that women's division part, I mean, who's going to be going to SmackDown? I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, though.
But the thing is, though, with the women is there's two people that left from SmackDown, and how many people are going to be added to the SmackDown division from
Yeah,
Raw? Because
exactly. Because they have a lot of women.
exactly,
So I'm assuming it's gonna be like I'm gonna put my guess on probably three, just one more.
one of them Charlotte for sure. I'm
Yeah.
guessing Charlotte.
Well, because she's really low right now.
Yes.
To be honest.
Well, yeah, she has lost a couple of matches, but if they put Charlotte up there to face um
Like anybody on the SmackDown roster, like
exactly
Naomi. I want to see Naomi and Sasha. That's what I want. I want to see
Naomi
Naomi
and
and Sasha.
Sasha,
Yes, I want to see Naomi and Sasha
not
go at
bad.
it. They both are athletic and they both know how to put on a good show.
Yep.
I don't think the size difference is too much between them, but I do feel like Naomi is a little bit stronger than her.
And she got
So,
a bigger booty too, just saying. So
nah,
I mean, I don't know.
but I mean, as far as Raw women's from the Raw women's division going over to SmackDown, I would have to put my money on probably Charlotte, Sasha, and Nia Jax maybe. I mean, she would dominate the SmackDown. I mean, there's a lot of little.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the thing is
there
that
isn't too many big people in
if we
SmackDown.
saw somebody like the Drifter come into WWE Monday Night Raw,
Yeah.
you never know who can actually be on SmackDown from NXT.
Yeah.
Because maybe they're gonna pick some girls from NXT to move up to SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's
true.
so I guess we're gonna have to find out tomorrow at 7 on SmackDown.
Yeah. And then the last person, the last person that we want to talk about before we let you go here is he's supposed to be the
Eater of Worlds.
No, that's I think that's the other guy.
Really?
That's Strowman, man.
Is he really?
No, I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. I know Bray Wyatt. You know why? Because I really don't like his character. That's why. Like, he loses all the time, and like the fact that they even put him as a champion, I don't know. Whatever. But the point is that
he's now part of the Raw roster.
Yep.
How is that gonna affect SmackDown though? Because didn't he have a rematch clause with Randy Orton? I mean, would that mean that Randy Orton would have to give up the championship maybe, or if he loses?
Okay, I think the thing with that is that since it's already set in stone that they're going to actually face off, my guess is that even though they put on a hell of a match on Payback because they're already set to fight each other on Payback, even though they're going to do that, I believe that Randy Orton's still going to win. Only because we already know he's not going to come to Raw.
Yes.
So I believe that since Bray Wyatt already is on Raw, then they're going to face off for the last time on Payback, which Payback is going to be here in Chicago, by the way.
Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, if you want to buy tickets. Sadly, I cannot. But I think that WWE champion will remain champion, which is Randy Orton. He's going to just come out on top either way at Payback. But I still hope it's going to be a good match, like I really hope so, because if it's not, then, I'm going to feel bad for everybody that's going to the show,
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I'm not going.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's good. Like, I feel like he's good, but he always loses. Like, that's what I don't like. Like, I think the championship match, like at the Elimination Chamber, was like one. That was like the first time he's won in like 5 times that he's faced other people, and it's like, bro, you never win, and then you finally win one time, and it's like next time you face him, you lose again. Like you just. I don't know. I just don't think he deserves
Keep it consistent, man.
Yeah.
Keep it consistent.
I don't think he deserves to have gold like that gold yet.
You know why? Because he's not drinking it in, man. Hopefully he does. And hopefully Chris Jericho says that to him, because that's exactly what he needs to do.
But no.
If he does not, what's going to happen?
No, he's actually today Bray Wyatt showed up, and he actually showed up right after Finn Balor's match.
Oh,
so
okay.
he said he was going to be watching him. So with that being said, I mean, I feel like
we're going to have a dark chapter.
Exactly, because
WWE.
Finn Balor is that dark person. He has that dark persona that comes out every once in a while, and then Bray Wyatt's going to try to, use that against him. So the mind games begin, and then it's like a whole Undertaker thing. By the way, thank you, Taker. But
yes, thank you, Taker. We did not make a video last week, but I mean, to be honest, it's kind of a good thing, because you had too much wrestling in your systems already. 7 hours of WrestleMania, another 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, and another 2 hours of SmackDown. Like, we knew you guys needed a break either way. So maybe that happened for a reason, We don't know. And, now we're here.
Exactly.
We are going to make another show tomorrow, all right?
And it's for the shakeup. It's for the shakeup of SmackDown.
Yes, it's strictly for the shakeup. Today it was just for the shakeup. Tomorrow it's going to be for the shakeup. Wednesday we're going to talk about the matches from Raw and SmackDown, all right? So if you would like to, oh, my battery's running out. If you would like to subscribe to our page, like us on Facebook, and we
Share, guys.
yes, ask us any questions. We'll mention you guys if you want. Does not matter to
We'll
us.
give shout outs.
Exactly. That to
But
us, that's fine.
if there is something that we did not mention, if there's something that you want us to say, something that we didn't catch, you can always message us either on Facebook, leave us a comment, and then after that we'll bring it up on our next show. But as far as that, this is the end of the shake up for Raw, and thank you for having us.
By the way, Humberto could not make it with us could not make it to our little thingy that we have going here. He could not make it today. He had personal
issues, but he will be here tomorrow.
Hopefully, if he's not, then
it's just gonna be us two, and that's
I'm gonna have to RKO him. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see you guys later.
You take it easy.